I'm walking along, and along with K9LUCY. So, nice to hear you. Thanks for calling us.
Yeah, we got warm temperatures down here, 62 going up to 77 today. And I checked the sunrise and sunset conditions for Akron. I'll let you know, Jim, 23 seconds of daylight Akron gains today. So anyway, with that, everyone have a great morning here, and we'll be checking into the net a little bit later. WHAX, Portable Pedestrian.
W8WKY.
All righty, Rod, Wendy, and LUCY, K9LUCY, and Missy if she ever stops by, and of course the kids. All righty, well, we'll go up and get the Outlanders here. We'll see if Ray and Fred is already snoozing. K5 CFY, WB8 BMW.
WB8 BMW, K5 CFY. Good morning, Jim, and all the netizens this morning. Yeah, it's a little bit cooler than it has been for the last 4 or 5 days. It's, I think, 53 degrees, but it's supposed to get in the upper 70s today. There was a few clouds out there, and humidity is way up. It's been up for 3 or 4 days now. But looks like it's all going to be good today, so I hope everybody's enjoying their Saturday. And I'll give it back to you, Jim. Good to hear you, my friend. You and Miss Judy have a good one. Get the porch sign if you can there. K5 CFY.
All righty, Ray. Well, you and Fred sit back and relax. And if you don't have a porch to go out, just go out for a nice walk in the sunshine. All righty. Well, let's see if Nancy is awake this morning. KI5 OZZ WB8 BMW. Well, maybe she's sleeping in. All righty. Well, we got a couple minutes left. We'll go down to LJ and see how it is in the Bedstead neighborhood. KB8LJ, WB8 BMW.
WB8 BMW from KB8LJ. Well, things going along pretty well here, and looking forward to maybe getting some things done today. I got a bunch of leaves in my yard that I ought to clean up, and my preferred way of doing it would be to just mulch them with the lawnmower and be done with it, because my obsessive-compulsive neighbor next door actually has kittens if so much as one leaf blows into his yard, and I don't have too much sympathy for that, but respect the guy a little bit. But I've also been thinking about Tom a little bit and his disappearance. I would suggest what's called the parsimonious explanation, which means the simplest explanation is perhaps the most likely to be true, and that is that his radio has gone south, and I hope that's all there is to it. But if that were the case, I think he would have called somebody, emailed them, or whatever. So, it is KB8LJ, back to net.
All righty, LJ. Well, I get worried about him because my niece is the one that helps keep all of that junkyard in his chest operating down there in the hospital. So I get worried when somebody is absent on the list is supposed to be here. All righty. Well, probably missed a few guys, and some of them I didn't get to. I don't know if Anthony's listening on the East Coast there, but good morning, Anthony and Alan and poor old Kerry. There's no ice, so he can't go ice fishing. I'll bet you his day is just terrible with all this warm weather, and he can't get out there on the ice, go fishing. Good morning, Kerry. All righty. Okay, we got about a minute and a half, so anybody wants to say good morning, jump right in.
K8PMI.
Oh, good morning again, Phil. Well, maybe it was you I heard earlier. That's the reason I didn't call you. I thought maybe I already called on you. K8PMI, WB8BMW. Yeah, how is that little granddaughter? And did you hug her enough over the weekend?
WB8BMW, this is K8PMI, and yes, I did. We even called over there and said, hey, do you guys want to go out and have some alone time? And we got to babysit for about 4 hours. It was a blast. But in regards to Tom over there, K8KOC was giving him a call and said that he believes he went out of town to visit family. So I know Fred was checking up on it as well. So I think everything is good because we haven't heard anything back from Fred. So I think that's some good news. Other than that, it looks like I'm taking up Stefan's time, so I'll send it back to you. Everybody have a blessed day, and I'll wait for Stefan to call me. This is K8PMI.
All righty, Phil. Well, that's good to know, and I know that Stefan wouldn't mind us infringing a little bit for that good news. Okay, well, we'll wait on critter control when he gets back. All righty, WB8BMW. A little infringing on your territory there, Stefan, but it was for a good cause. So we'll turn it over to you, and you go ahead and make everything legal, and then I'll give you my final thoughts, and then head for the kitchen. I'll either have bacon-flavored oatmeal, or I don't know what I'll have. Maybe leftovers. Over to you, Stefan.
WB8BMW, November 8 Whiskey Bravo. No worries about infringement. We have no infringement here on amateur radio. Well, we might have some infringement, but here I go. CQ. This is NAWB calling CQ for the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association. Saturday, Barometer Net. I'll be your net control this morning. My name is Stefan Sierra Tango Echo Papa Hotel Echo November. And my call sign is November 8 Whiskey Bravo. Our repeater call sign is W8WKY. This is a control net, and all traffic must pass through net control. Emergency traffic may break into this net at any time. Sarah meets on this repeater every morning, 7 a.m., except Sunday. This net is open to all licensed amateurs, and any amateur is encouraged to check in and join us. Even if you're new, push the talk button. We want to hear your voice. It's as easy as it gets. Once you push the talk button the first time, I doubt you're going to be able to stop. The PL tone for this repeater is 114 Mark 8. Also, good morning to all of our listeners, no matter where you're located. We're going to send it back over to Jim in about a second, and then we'll take some mobile and short-time check-ins. I'm using NetLogger software this morning. If you'd like to install it, it's located at netlogger.org. We have no affiliation with NetLogger, but it's great software. Well, you can look for the Barometer Net, W8WKY, when you want to connect to a net. There, just look for that. All right, I'm going to send it back to Jim so he can give us his closing remarks, and then we can move on and see who all's here. Well, actually, I'll give you the list. As soon as Jim is done, I'll give you the list of who I got so far, and then we'll go from there. WB8BMW, November 8 Whiskey Bravo. You're up, my friend. Good to have you here this morning, Jim.
All righty, Stefan. Well, I got him out there milling around. They weren't too frisky this morning, but they're still out there waiting to be checked into the official net if they want to. And I'm going to go back in there. I'm going to eat me breakfast of some kind, and then I think I'll take a nap. And if the sun comes up and shines on my porch, I'll be out there getting some vitamin C and vitamin D. So everybody out there, well, one good news is we found that one of our missing guys is just out of town. That Tom, he's out of town, so that's good news. Alrighty, we'll turn it over to you, Stephen. Everybody stay safe and stay well and get some sunshine if you can and be nice and smile. People wonder, what you're smiling about. Then maybe you can have a chit-chat. Alrighty, 7-3, everybody. Stay safe, stay well. Back to net.
WB8 BMW, November 8 Whiskey Bravo. We do appreciate you, Jim, for all you do, being here, keeping the radio warmed up and ready to go. And, yeah, that's pretty cool. I am going to give you the list of the people that I have in just 1 second. I wanted to share something with everybody in case you're listening and you hear the sound of my voice. You'll hear this on Tuesday, by the way, on the net, right before the Sarah net, and that is the Amateur Radio Newsline. I recorded it Christmas Eve. Came back from 5 church services that I was working in the booth for, and then a bunch of stuff with family, and then recorded it about 11 o'clock because we wanted to get it out early. And just this would be a send-out for people to listen to the Amateur Radio Newsline for this week, episode 2513. This is a big send-out, too, to BJN. And he may or may not have heard this, but we had 2 silent keys that really hit the amateur radio community. The first one was Jim Schaefer, KE5AL. He was an advocate for blind hams. That story's on there. And then the silent key, Jim Heath. That was Jim Schaefer, by the way, the first one. And the W6LG. He was a noted YouTube Elmer. So both of them have become silent keys. And it's always, like Jim said, it's always one of those things where we hate to hear the microphone go silent on their radios. But listen to those stories on the Amateur Radio Newsline. And now I'm going to do some check-ins, but give me 1 second, please. This is the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Saturday Barometer Net, and I'm going to give you the list of people that I have so far. If you hear your name on the list, you need not check in unless something has changed, and you want to tell me that. But otherwise, here we go. WB8, VMW Jim, W8 GXX, Tom, K8 VOX Scott, N8 YMY John, N8 TD, W8 TD John. I screwed that up when I was writing it down. N8 VFK Clifford, AA8 CT Craig, K8 PMI Phil, N8WS Bill, KB8 TPQ Ron, over there on the bike, the stationary bike, whatever bike that is. I don't know if they call them stationary anymore. But anyways, N9 TNJJ AC8AT John, KE8 MMY Chris, K4 OG, KE8 SFS Mark, KE8 HNK Elmer, KD8 ZSH Randy, WB6 BJN Mark, W8 GAX, K8 JAX. When I said B, I didn't mean that. So it's W8 JAX. My 8s look like B's. My apologies. K8 JAX, that's Rod and Wendy. K5 CFY Ray, and KB8 LJ. And that's who I got on our list. If you heard your name on the list, no need to check in again. But now I'm going to take some check-ins for the Saturday morning Barometer Net. If you give me a call using your call sign phonetically, then followed alphanumerically, I will get you on the log phonetically, alphanumerically. If you want to check in, please give me both of those in a row, and we will get you checked in. This is W8 WKY, looking for check-ins, and thank you to all of our listeners.
Kilo Charlie 8 November Oscar Victor KC8 NOV Marty Mobile Streetsboro, in and out, just listening.
Kilo 8 Charlie Whiskey Sierra Corbin, no traffic.
Give me your call sign one more time before I move on. I didn't hear the end of that.
Kilo 8 Charlie Whiskey Sierra, K8 CWS.
All right, roger, roger. More check-ins, please.
Friday. It's fine. Sorry about that. How you doing, Stephen? Is this working?
K8ESF, yeah, it's working. You're a little scratchy. I'm not sure what it is, but just a little bit scratchy. And but otherwise, I did hear you kind of down in the powder a little bit. But I know it's you, Doug. It's one of our newest hams, and he's just sorting out his radio station. He just got some new toys, and maybe he'll let us know what he got when he's up. So, yeah, I did get you there, Doug. Any other check-ins, please call.
Kilo 8, Golf, Echo Delta.
All right, let me pick it up there. Last station, if you could give me your call again. I didn't hear it, the last part. The Kilo 8 Golf Station, one more time.
Kilo 8, Golf, Echo Delta.
All right, roger, roger. I have you there, Gary. Appreciate that. All right. Just clear that up. Excellent. All right, we're going to start at the top of our list, and then we're going to move down. So here we go. We heard from WB8 BMW. Let's move over to W8 GXX, W8 WKY. Tom, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here today.
Morning, Stephen. Yeah, hope things have been going good with you, and thanks for being there. You have a great day. NAWB, W8 GXX.
W8 GXX, W8 WKY. We do appreciate you, Tom, for being here. Thank you so much. Heard Scott this morning. Let's move over to him. K8 VOX, W8 WKY. Scott, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here today.
Good morning, Stephen. Good morning to all the listeners. This is K8 VOX Scott up here on the shores of Lake Erie in Vermilion, Ohio. Well, we're starting out pretty nice day up here so far, Stephen. As far as I can see, it was above 34 degrees when I got up, and then it dropped down, but it's moving back up again. And we got a 32.7 air temperature. 0.13 of an inch of rain in the past 24 hours, and the barometer's on the rise right now at 29.85, but no wind. It's calm air up here today so far, so can't really tell you what direction it's out of. It done spun to 360 with no wind since I've been up, so if there is a wind, it's just a little breeze. Lake temperature is 34 degrees, and maybe have, I'd say, less than a foot waves on the lake. Still a little too dark to see it really good, but there's a little wave noise, but not very much, so it got to be pretty calm. So that's all I got, Fred. That's all I got there, Stephen. Thanks for doing the net. Thanks for getting me in. And this is K8 VOX, sending it back to net control. 73, everyone.
K8 VOX, W8 WKY. We do appreciate you being here. Scott, thanks for the little message in the AIM window, too. NetLogger also allows you to do an AIM window where you can type messages back and forth. And there's a new program coming out, too. I just found out about it, and I've looked at it a little bit, but I'm not sure about it. But it's a new NetLogger, but it's probably not new in the sense that it's web-based, because there was another one that was really good that's web-based that I've also looked at in the past. But otherwise, it's supposed to be an automatic text message, where this one we have a little bit of lag on NetLogger, but not by much. N8YMY, W8WKY. John, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here today.
W8WKY.
N8YMY. Good morning, Stephen. I am out in the garage this morning. Actually, I'm in my driveway right now. It's a little damp out here. I got to set up some sawhorses and start cutting up some OSB into circles. And I'm kind of waiting for it to get a little bit lighter out so I can see what I'm doing. I got to crunch a whole bunch of work into today and try to get about 6 cat tree orders together because I got to work at the field house all day tomorrow. We got a big tournament going on, high school tournament going on this weekend. Shot clock shootout. All the high schools are wanting to play under the shot clocks, which might be implemented next year. They're talking. They haven't done it yet, but they might be. Anyhow, that's what I'm doing today. Working in the garage, trying to get some stuff taken care of and tighten up the loose ends. So, Stephen, have a great day, and everybody get out there and enjoy that warm weather tomorrow. It's supposed to warm up a little bit. And N8YMY, we're clear. We're listening.
N8YMY, W8WKY. We appreciate you, John. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'd love to see. I got to get down there and see that place one of these days. I really do. You talk about it so kindly and so glamorously that I have to see it. And besides, it was named after a great ball player, so what else could be wrong, right? So very, very cool. Thank you, my friend, for always sharing. And yeah, keep warm in the garage. What if you both? If I had a tongue tie there, if you're building it, and we hope that you'll stay warm, because we don't want to find out that you've got cold and froze or something. So, and I forgot to do something really quick, because I'm going to do this real fast, because I know their walk is kind of weird, and I'm going to see if I still got them on the leash, and hopefully I do. I usually run them right after my check-ins. I apologize for that, but we're going to go to W8JAX and KHAX. Rod and Wendy down there in Florida. If you guys are still there, you're up, my friends. It's great to have you here today.
Well, hey, good morning there, Stephen, and to all on the Barometer Net. This is W8JAX, portable pedestrian, along with Miss Wendy.
Good morning, Stephen. This is KHAX, and we're having a great morning. Thanks for giving us a call, and thanks for taking the net.
Yeah, and we've got beautiful weather down here today. We are at 62, going up to 77. And the ocean temperature is almost the same, 61 degrees, and the ocean is quiet today, 3-foot waves, so that's about as smooth as it gets down here on the Atlantic. So anyway, hey, Stephen, thanks for giving us a call. W8JAX, portable pedestrian, back to the net.
W8JAX and KHAX, we do appreciate you guys being here always. Thank you so much for that. And yeah, it was so great to see you guys at the Christmas party. Came up here to Ohio, froze a little bit to get up here, but man, it was so good to see you guys. You just blessed my heart, and a lot of other people too. You blessed. So very, very cool. Yep, I'm planning on getting down to Florida this year, some point, to visit Frank Roman when he goes down there. Maybe I'll drive a little further down, because I think now I got about 9 people that are down in Florida this time of year coming up. So I might have to make a trip this year. Maybe make it an annual trip. Yeah. Stretch it out. Stretch it out just a little bit. W8TD, W8WKY. John, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here this morning.
N8WB in the net. W8TD, good morning all. Happy holidays. Not a lot to report from this end, although I will mention that the catalog for the latest Shulman auction just went up the other day. Bidding will commence beginning of the year. And unlike the last, which was an unusual auction, it was strictly antennas, it was all from one source. We're back to the normal format for this one. There's just under 300 items in the auction, fairly wide variety of things. Less of the oddball stuff that I look for, but a lot of mainstream stuff and a lot of, as usual, very, very high-end stuff. There's an FTDX 101, there's an IC, whatever the high-end ICOM is. Some ACOM, some Flex, some Elecraft, and then the mainstream Japanese stuff. Not much Collins, a little bit. Not much Drake, a little bit. A lot of telegraph keys. Some collector must have passed along their stuff, because there's a bunch of telegraph keys, straight keys, bugs, paddles, a lot of telegraph sounders for collectors of that. So Schulman, S-C-H-U-L-M-A-N, Schulman auction on Google will find it. There's usually good stuff. They check everything, and their descriptions are accurate and complete. So it's a safe place to go. If anybody gets anything good, please tell us all about it, because I'm always interested. NAWB in the gang. W8TD.
W8TD, W8WKY, we do appreciate you being here. Thank you, John, so much for that. And yeah, I went to their website, I think the last one, and saw all the antennas and stuff. So this will be a good one. I'll gotta run over there and check it out. Yeah, very, very cool. Always glad to hear information about ham radio. So anybody has information like that when it's your turn, you hear about really cool stuff, just let us know. N8VFK, W8WKY. Clifford, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here today.
N8WB in the net is N8VFK. Good morning, Stephen, and all the listeners out there. Well, let's see. Here in Columbia Station right now, we're at 32 degrees. I've got 29-degree dew point, 90% humidity. My barometer is at 30.08. It had been rising since 2 a.m., but it's steady right now. I received 1/1600th of an inch over the last 24 hours. No wind to speak of, like Scott said. Today I'm going to be after the net and breakfast. I'm going to be out in my barn. I'm going to collect a few more things that I'm bringing up to the garage, the stage, so I can have Habitat for Humanity come out and pick up some stuff to donate. So that'll kind of keep me busy. Do it today while before the weather turns crappy again. But that's kind of mostly my day, just kind of keeping busy and keeping myself out of trouble, listening to the radio as much as I can. So I want to wish everybody a great day and a great weekend and a great holiday. And so I'll turn it back over to you. N8WB, N8VFK, 73s, everyone.
N8VFK, W8WKY, we do appreciate you being here. Clifford, thank you so much. And yeah, I knew lots of people. I know a Norris couple from Norris, Northern Ohio Amateur Radio Society that live out in Columbia Station. And good friends of mine, Bob and Joyce Janicek, and he is KD8LIV. We got our licenses together from Sarah, then they moved over to Portage Lakes, and then they moved to New Jersey in 2020, but they lived in Columbia Station for years, many years. Nice place, nice community, a lot of places, a lot of things to do out there. ACTW8WKY. Craig, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here this morning. How's your grandson like his new radio privileges that he got? Craig's grandson got his license at our last testing session, which was really a joy. You're up, my friend.
W8WKY and N8WB. Stephen, he is having a ball. He has really kind of kicked into the DMR side of things because as of yet he hasn't got his HF privileges, but he's working on it. And no, it's been great. We've had have a lot of fun, just he and I, finding out. It's been nice for me because I've got somebody I can always call and say, hey, get on the DMR and let's see if we can reach each other. It's been a lot of fun. Yeah, weather was is tolerable, not perfect, but I guess this is winter and we're in Ohio. So with that, all of the Barometer Netters out there, you have yourself a wonderful day, and like it or not, we're into the countdown to the new year. So not only is Christmas past, which is always, it's good, but I think we are so keyed up sometimes that we tend to lose sight of significant things like Christmas. But with that, I'm going to turn it back to you, Stefan. Thank you for all that you do, not only for ham radio, but just in general. And I hope everybody has a great weekend. And, yeah, tomorrow is supposed to be, what, in the 50s? Okay, I am ready for it. And then we drop down again. This is AA8CT, turning it back to net control. Thank you, Stefan, and 73s. We will see you down the log.
AHCT, W8WKY, we do appreciate you being here, Craig, and thank you for all that you do as well. Kind words, very, very, very kind words, and I appreciate that. So, good holiday, good people. Santa Claus wasn't good to me in the sense of I didn't get no radios, but I know other people that got radios from maybe from their wallet that Santa Claus may have touched with his magic wand or something, but I didn't get anything like that this year. But you know what? There's still time. Right? Till January 1st, there's still time, which is only 5 days away. So, yeah, very cool. We do appreciate you being here. And our next testing session for anybody that's listening for amateur radio licensing is February 7th. So if you're interested, we do it at the Redmond Fire Department, and that's what we do. So there you have it. We are going to have another one, and it starts over. And I love it. So anyways, I'm glad to hear you this morning. Appreciate that. And good to hear about your grandson. KPMI, W8WKY. Phil, you are up, my friends. Great to have you here today.
N8WB, this is K8BMI. As normal, you're doing a great job there, Stefan, and looks like you got a lot on the list already. Yeah, every time Jim starts racking it up, he gets between 17 and 20 for us, all lined up, which is real nice. Other than that, ready to go work out, hit my walk-in, and relaxing weekend. Don't have much planned, and just sitting around and then enjoying the stress-free life. So other than that, I'll send it back to you. You have a blessed day, and everybody 73, stay blessed as well. This is K8PMI.
KPMI, W8WKY, we do appreciate you being here. Thank you, Phil, so much for all that you do for us, as a matter of fact, and being the other net control guy on the weekends for the Barometer Net. So on the odd days and on the even days, and then you also cover that fifth one when there's a fifth one. And very cool. We appreciate you, and good to hear about all the good stuff that's happened to you this last year with the granddaughter and stuff like that. So very, very cool. NAWS, W8WKY. Bill and Judy, it's great to have you here, and I'm going to be so glad to see you guys coming up in a couple weeks for the Norris Luncheon. But you're up, Bill. Go ahead. Good to have you.
NHWV in the group, NHWS. Good morning, Stephen. Excuse me. Darn it. Got a frog in there this morning. Let me get rid of it. Be right back. Okay, we'll try that. Maybe a swig of coffee will help. It's a good morning. Got a good night's sleep last night, and I feel pretty good this morning. So things are looking up. Air quality index this morning to 57. That's in the moderate range. My sunrise 7:52. My sunset 5:09. Length of day 9 hours 17 minutes. We gained a minute. Weather, let's see, I got 32 degrees currently. Humidity 96%, wind speed north at 7. Barometer 30.03. Dew point 31 degrees, visibility 5 miles. No, I don't think so. I can't see the light in the center of in London. There's a tower there by the railroad tracks. Visibility says 5 miles, but it's less than 3 miles. And let's see here. Prediction for today, patchy fog before 10 a.m. Otherwise mostly cloudy with a high near 39. Light and variable wind. It might not be too bad of a day. Solar flux indices of 166, sunspot number 112. A is 8, K is 2. Geomagnetic field is quiet, no east skip predicted. And I can't give you a tropo report this morning. There must be something wrong at the site. Currently there's 9 sunspot groups on the sun. And we have an M-class solar flare this morning, December 27th at 0150 UTC. Earth orbiting satellites recorded a strong M5 class solar flare. There's a picture there, a chronograph that shows it. It came from a developing active region near the new sunspot 4323. This region near the sun's eastern limb seems poised for significant sunspot development. If so, the flare could herald more explosions to come, and also a rare double solar conjunction. This chronograph shows you Mars and Venus. Don't try to look at them unless you got a good sun protection. A welder's helmet will do it. So, that's about it for me. Everybody have a great rest of the weekend. Enjoy the weekend. NHWB 73, everyone. NHWS.
NHWS, W8WKY, we do appreciate you, Bill, being here, and Judy. And yeah, like I said, it's going to be great to see you guys at the Norse Luncheon coming up in 2 weeks. Well, this week is, there's the week after this week, first Tuesday of the month, so very cool. And the other sad part about it, I didn't get to see you guys, man. I wanted to come over, but Bill figured out his problem with his K3, because I was going to come over there, and I would have had my Bill and Judy fixed for the Christmas holiday, and I missed that this year, so... but hopefully we'll get together sometime soon after that, yeah, that'll be cool. Moving over to our friend out in Wadsworth, and I know that he's working out right now, so hopefully we can pull him away from the mechanical machinery, or at least let him talk while he's on the mechanical machinery. KV8 TPQ W8 WKY. Ron, you're up, my friends. Great to have you here this morning.
This is KV8 TPQ. Good morning, all the netizens, the listeners, and especially you, Stephen. Appreciate you taking good leadership here on the net. Yes, it's a beautiful morning. We got another opportunity to live a day, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Hopefully we're going to have our Christmas dinner. We had to cancel it a couple weeks ago due to sickness, so we're going to try again tomorrow and see how many can make it. But we're thankful as we count down the end of the year. This is KV8 TPQ, back to net control.
KV8 TPQ W8 WKY. We do appreciate you being here. Thank you so much, Ron. And good to hear that you're going to be getting the family together after the hiatus of people not feeling well and stuff like that. So that's good. That's always a bummer when plans get changed. But, you know, it's really nice when you can do a redo, or like you used to call it, the classic rain check. I guess this time of year it would be snow check. Anyways, who wants a snow check? Well, you know, there is a hockey term, too, about checking, but and I like hockey, but it's funny. But we're glad to hear that, Ron. It's good to have you here this morning, that you're going to be doing that. N9TN W8WKY. JJ, if you're still here, hopefully you didn't back out after you talked to Jim, but if you're still here, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here. Well, it seems that I always lose N9TN. He checks in with Jim, and then I don't get a chance to say hi. but I'm glad that he was on this morning. I heard him, and it is good to hear him. So we'll move over to another person that we hope is here, AC8AT, W8WKY. John, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here today.
W8WKY.
N8WB, AC8AT. Top of the morning there, Stefan. Hope you had a very Merry Christmas. Hey, I got a question. I know who my Santa Claus was, my lovely wife. I found a ICOM IC7300, and I think this is the original one. There's a new one that came out at DX Engineering, and I guess it's back ordered. And I'm not sure what new one. It has some kind of features. I'm kind of guessing it's that FT8 or FM Digi stuff. But I'd like to find out about this rig if I could from somebody in the club. The 7300. It's brand new in the box that Santa dropped off. And the guy at DX Engineering says you better make sure which radio you want, because if you open this box and try to take it back, I think they'll probably give you $50 for it. But we'll see what happens, Stefan. Yeah, I'd like to pick anybody's brain about the 7300. Back to you there, Stefan. And again, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all. N8WB, AC8AT.
AC8AT, W8WKY. Well, I have the old one, but I did look at the new one. There's a bunch of features, but the one feature that I really liked about the new one, which they should have built into the old one when they first built it, was they finally put in the RJ45 port for your router. So for the old one, the 7300, if you wanted to connect to it with their BA1 software, I believe it is, you had to have that radio, the old 7300, connected to your computer on, and then be able to get to your computer from anywhere. With the new radio, there's more features than this, but with the new radio, just like my 9700, as long as it's plugged into your router and you have the BA1 software, you can turn it on and turn it off and work it from anywhere, no matter where you're at. And you don't have to have it subjected to a computer that has to be on all the time while you're on vacation or things like that. So that's just one feature. There's a bunch of other ones, but that was the one feature that they should have built into the original 7300. And so, unfortunately, like I said, John, Santa he didn't visit my house with any electronics this year. Not even non-amateur radio stuff. Just no electronics. But, boy, you guys must have been on the good list. See, I got to figure out how to get off this naughty list and get on the good list again. Man, anyways. It's a daydream. K8MMY, W8WKY. Chris, you're up, my friends. Great to have you here today.
Good morning, Stephanie and everybody out there. Well, maybe you didn't get any electronics per se, but maybe you got a huge spool of wires so that you could put up, make a whole grid of wire antennas in your backyard for every single band. Right up here, it is struggling to want to try and be morning, but it's not quite morning yet, so a little bit of overcast here. But we're supposed to be getting some nice warm weather, relaxing at home, going to do some cooking. The National Day calendar only has one thing today, and it's Fruitcake Day. And I don't know if it's talking about the dessert or me. So, back to you, Stephen. K8MMY.
K8MMY, W8WKY. We do appreciate you, my friend, for being here. Thank you so much for always hanging out with Jim and the rest of the group. And, yeah, I wish I got a spool of wire, too. I was thinking to myself, it would be really cool if you could figure out how to use the power lines to be like a giant antenna, because they go everywhere, and you could just connect to it. It's that sudden spike of overextending power that scares me from even trying to do it. So anyways, but good to have you here, my friend. Thank you so much. We're going to move over to K4OG W8WKY. Mark, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here today. K4OG W8WKY, we do appreciate you being here. Thank you, Mark, for that. And yeah, thank you for the tip there. People will have to see what happens with that. But yeah, now thank you for jogging my brain. So yeah, the one good bona fide feature other than the RJ45 is it comes with the DVI-D port. The DVI-D is the standard that used to be, what is it? Before the HDMI, as a matter of fact. You need an adapter, I believe, for it, but because I don't think it's an HDMI standard port, but you just get this little adapter they sell everywhere, and you can plug it right in. But anyways, that and the fact that it has a USB port on it that you can plug a standard mouse into it. So you can actually put it on your screen and work all the controls right from the mouse on your big screen, and that was a great feature. So thanks for reminding me of that. I appreciate that, Mark. Thank you. I forgot all about that part on the new radio, the new 7300. Why they didn't build that into the 7300s that the rest of us bought for the last 5 years, I have no idea. K8SFS W8WKY. Mark, another Mark. You're up, my friend. It's great to have you here today. How's your chess playing going?
Pretty fair. And I've been playing on and off. Last night I won a couple games and lost a couple games. And I hadn't had a chance this morning to play online. I usually do. We got 31 degrees here this afternoon. And going to get up to 34 today. Feel like 26 degrees. And the wind is 6 miles per hour east, southeast. Gas price is $2.96 to $2.99 all around Wander and that. And let me drop that for a bit. Well, my car is it should be done Monday so I could drive it again. And it broke down
about a week before Christmas, and of course he'll be ready Monday. My bed, they still hadn't sent the part so they could repair my bed. Not yet. I got the bed, but it needed one part to it, and so I'm still sleeping on the couch, and but all of that doing okay and everything. Like I said, kind of foggy out there. I can see it through my balcony door, and but out of that, I'll give it back to you. You're running the net good this morning. Kia FA, Sir Bato, sir.
K8SFS, W8, WKY, we do appreciate you, Mark, and thank you for the kind words. I do appreciate that. Love running nets. That's my big thing. I really, really do. Especially when everything's working right? But anyways, but I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. And yeah, so a good friend of mine I was with yesterday, a friend of mine, we met over at Havana's Choice in Brunswick, and he was one of my old bosses and friends at Tri-C, and Brian Kilcoyne is his name. And so we sat there talking. Ryan's a big chess person too, and so he fed me into a couple places. He likes doing online chess, so he goes to a place called, really goes there a lot, lichess.org, so lichess.org, and then he goes to chess.com. But he said that the lichess.org is one of his favorite places, and you can even play 1- and 2-minute games there, he said, which is really gets you to see how far you can go. You can play full games too, but you can play these really quick, fast speed rounds to see how far and fast you can go. So that's kind of cool. I'm going to check out lichess.org too to see if I can get back into the thinking of it. Used to play in grade school, and I love the game. K8HNK, W8, WKY. Elmer, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here today.
K8HNK. Good morning, Stephen. Good morning, rest of the listeners. Yeah, just getting ready to head out here in a few minutes and take care of the fluffy friends. It's a little bit cold morning. Got a dusting of snow on the thing, and going to go work on some projects for the business and for our homestead, which hopefully we'll be building within a year or so. Nothing else much other than that. Just wanted to say everybody stay healthy, stay blessed, and try to stay warm out there. It's K8HNK. Back over to Net Control.
K8HNK, W8, WKY. We do appreciate you, Elmer, for being here. Thank you so much for always filling us in and letting us know what's happening. It's great to hear your voice. It really is. Now we're going to go over to the dog guy, the guy that keeps himself warm. He took to the group's name 3 Dog Night, literally, but and that's really cool. KD8, ZSH, W8, WKY. Randy, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here today.
KD8, ZSH. Good morning, Stephen. Morning, everybody. Well, I guess 3 Dog Night is down to 1 dog morning, so everybody's snoozing around, doing pretty good. Just want to wish everybody a happy New Year's, and stay safe out there, and enjoy the day the Lord's given us. This is KD8, ZSH, clear, back to net. 73s, everybody.
KD8, ZSH, W8, WKY. We do appreciate you being here, Randy. Thank you so much for always talking with us in the mornings, and it's good to hear you always. WB6, BJN, W8, WKY. Mark, it was good hearing you this morning. You're up in about a second. I don't mean no disrespect, but you made me chuckle when you said about how your wife looked out and it was kind of hazy, but for me it's always hazy. And then my brain kicked in and said, oh yeah. So anyways, but you made me smile, and I just wanted to let you know that it's always great to hear your voice. And you happen to be up. WB6, BJN. Great to have you here.
Very good. Good morning, Stephen. Yeah, that's my humor. Yeah, it kicked in, and oh yeah, that's right. He can't see anyway. I'm always in a fog. Well, yeah, always. Anyway, good morning. Sarah just brought me a big thing of banana. I got a banana and a whole bunch of fruit and nuts here to eat. So good stuff in the early morning. Let's go ahead and take a look at the weather here. And gotta flip a switch over here so I can get to the weather station. Currently, 29.97.2 on the barometer, 57.7 degrees, and 57 on the dew point. We had about a 54 low. 54, I'm not quite sure of the actual low, but it was down around 54. So it was much cooler this morning. Humidity, 99%. Gusting to 1 to 2 out of the east. No rain today, no rain yesterday, and there could be some rain tomorrow, so we'll talk about that in a few minutes. And a major cold front, Arctic cold front, coming from much of the nation from the Rockies eastward. And we're all going to get a reality check, Stefan, come this week. California, on the other hand, which has been pounded by atmospheric river rain, heavy rain, damaging flooding, damaging winds, they're on the improve. The storms are over for California for a few days, although future does not look bright again for California, as they could get some more heavy rain around the new year. So that's coming for the West Coast. Very unusual situation out there. Usually during a La Nina pattern, California is dry, and that has not been the trend thus far. It's acting more like an El Nino pattern. But that's the situation. But temperatures today could be record-breaking across the nation again as warm, high pressure continues to dominate. Let me take a even you guys that are talking about 30s, 32, 33, you know what, you live in Ohio, so it's cooler. And, 30s, 40s in Chicago and Illinois, those temperatures are really above normal. And my low temperature this morning was at 54 degrees, which is our normal daytime high down here. We're going to be in the 70s today. Could be record-breaking. Much of the temperatures across the nation are going to be record-breaking. The exceptions to that would be way north up into Maine and some of the New England states. They're cold, and that's because they're way north. But a lot of record-breaking temperatures. Tomorrow is the transition day. There could be an Arctic cold front. There could be rain ahead of that front. Some areas could have some thunderstorms, which can develop ahead of a front. And high temperatures, depending on when the front comes through, may or may not reach record highs tomorrow. Now, there could be places, especially in the Midwest, where the high temperatures could be reached before the sun rises, and they start to drop through the day. That could be the case here. Our high temperature could be reached early in the morning, and then strong north winds, probably Monday morning, would after our highs reached after midnight, could start falling through the day and actually be in the 30s and eventually into the 20s by sunset and beyond, as temperatures could drop into the teens and 20s for Tuesday morning, barely getting into the 30s for Tuesday. And then things warm up on Wednesday and, late Tuesday and Wednesday. And then there's another clipper system that could affect us with more cold temperatures by the end of the week and the start of 2026.
BJN, we lost you there a little bit. Are you still there?
Fog advisory. So that's the situation.
So cold air returning, but it doesn't look as cold as it did at the first of the month right now, and a little bit warmer temperatures in the middle of the week, and then maybe another clipper system comes through for much of the Midwest. And unfortunately, a lot of lake effect snow is going to restart again. That lake effect snow machine gets turned on for folks in the Midwest, and hey, it's wintertime, and the warmth that we've had is very unusual, and it looks though like part of February or January could be warm again. It's very uncertain right now. For California, it looks wet for the West Coast, and that sometimes means a little warmer conditions eventually for the rest of the nation. We'll see how that works out. Lots can happen though between now and those forecast times. I sound like a weather guy. We're not sure what's really going to happen, but that's the way the models work. Back to you, Stefan, and great to be here this morning. And I wish everybody a happy New Year. We'll be back on Monday. Back to you, sir.
WB6BGN, W8WKY, we do appreciate you being here. Thank you so much, Mark. And, yeah, well, you know, there are about a dozen regions worldwide that get true lake effect snow. But the Great Lakes region alone by itself produces more lake effect snow than the rest of the entire world combined, which is, there you go. When you're shoveling your driveways, when we're shoveling our driveways in the lake effect snow area of 32 inches or more at times, or 20 inches, or even 10 or whatever, just remember, we're special. We get more lake effect snow than anyone in the world. So there. Do it like you're proud. Meanwhile, who we just heard from a little while ago, the WHAXs and KJXs, they're like in Florida thinking, you can keep it. They finally found a way to get out of it. They moved. K5, CFY, W8WKY. Ray, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here today. K5, CFY, if you're still there. Well, we may have lost him, but we'll call him back in a little bit. KB8, LJ, W8, WKY. Charles, you're up, my friend. Good to have you here today.
WB from KB8LJ here. Not running the beds on the air, Subnet at the moment because I'm up and about and working on making some breakfast. And I just happened to think and hearing the comments about getting more lake effect snow than any place else. When it comes to nasty winter weather, I can never forget about my 2 winters in North Dakota. And the really treacherous phenomenon that you get there are called the Chinook winds. Because what happens when you get a Chinook wind is everybody is buttoned up for 25 degrees below zero and been buttoned up that way for weeks, and all of a sudden the temperature rises from maybe 25 below zero to 40, 45 degrees above zero, and it happens in a matter of minutes, which is what's so utterly hard to believe. So everybody puts on a t-shirt and shorts, jumps in the car, if it's a convertible, puts the top down, and we're off and enjoying it. Well, the flip side of that is the temperatures go back down again just as fast as they went up. And if you aren't in a position where you can run pretty fast to get into the warmer locations, you are in big, big trouble. So this is KB8LJ, back to that.
KB8LJ8W8WKY, we do appreciate you, Charles, and hopefully we'll see you at the Norris Luncheon. Charles always attends that, so it's always good seeing him. In the AIM window, a little while ago, I just wanted to share, because in NetLogger we do have the AIM window, we can text back and forth. Cliff put in, N8 VFK, that the 7300 MK2, also, it does have a native HDMI port. I was wrong about that. I thought I had seen that it was a DVI port, but it has the HDMI port, and it has the USB-C port that supports dual virtual comm with audio in and out. So that's very cool. So there you have it, man. I know my radio has the virtual comm. The original 7300 has the virtual audio in and out. You can use it as a audio receiver for in and out transmissions for digital and things like that. So, but they made it USB-C this time. So very, very cool. KC8NOVW8WKY. Martin, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here today. Actually, my apologies. Martin was in and out mobile, so I do apologize for that. I just looked at my sheet. If I could read, boy, we'd be dangerous. But I do appreciate Marty to come into the radio and give us a good check in there. K8CWS W8WKY. Corbin, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here today.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. K8CWS here. Checking in from Columbus. First time actually participating here. I just found this net while I was up in Ashland visiting family over Christmas and enjoying listening along. But yeah, down here in Columbus, 40 degrees. Going to be a cloudy, maybe a bit rainy day. Headed out to my wife's family's Christmas for the day. Looking forward to that. But yeah, not much else to share right now. Looking forward to being a regular listener here on this net. It's been really enjoyable so far. Thankful for EchoLink allowing me to stay in range, at least virtually. But yeah, back to net control. This is K8CWS.
K8CWS W8WKY. We do appreciate you being here, Corbin. Thank you so much for that. And yeah, it is. It's good when you can get on the radio and have some alone time or downtime, as they say. Next on our list, we had KF8ESF, and that's our good friend Doug, who lives out there in LaGrange. And Doug became a ham in August. He's the one who checked in. It was really low. And I texted him on the side, because Doug and I are good friends, and I texted him on the side right after he checked in earlier today, and I said, hey, you're way down in the powder. And I was telling him that because I know that Santa didn't bring him, but his Santa wallet brought him a brand new 9700 ICOM, so I figured, man, it can't be sounding like that. So he said he was on his Kenwood HT that he originally bought when he got licensed, and that's why. But if he was on his antenna that we set up during the summer, because we tested it everywhere on my 7100, his signal would be really, really good. So, and his Santa wallet also bought him a 70, what is it, the ICOM 7680 or whatever it is, the dual transceiver, the dual everything. It was a good Christmas for Doug. He didn't get it for free, but he was able to get it. So anyways, I wanted to let you know he went back to bed. No, he just can't get on the radio right now because his battery died on his HT, and he doesn't have any of his new equipment actually connected. It's all set up in the basement. He sent me pictures, but they're not connected. So we are going to just say thanks to Doug for checking in, and we're going to go to our last check-ins before I take some more. And that is K8GEDW8WKY. You're up, my friend. It's great to have you here today, Gary.
W8WKY.
Hey, greetings to everybody in the group. Had to switch over to the EchoLink. Was playing musical repeaters trying to keep the signal and finally gave up on that. Just like to play in the mornings, listen to you guys. You run a nice net in the morning. At that, I'll send it back to net, K8GED.
K8GED W8WKY. We do appreciate you being here, Gary. Thank you so much for all of that. And yeah, it's good to hear you out there in Oak Harbor. Very cool. So, guess what, guys? I'm at the bottom of my list, and I'm at the bottom of my list, and somebody just texted me. That's funny. But it was a good text. And I'm going to take some more check-ins really quick. And first up, I had, by the way, checked in through the text window, and that is WA8KOC, so you'll hear Fred in just a second. But if there's anybody else that would like to check in, this is the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association 2-meter Saturday Barometer Net, and we are taking check-ins. If you want to call me using your call sign phonetically, and then just follow that up with alphanumerically, or alphanumerically then phonetically, whichever one you want to do, just so I can hear it twice and know who you are and get you on the log. But we're taking check-ins for the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association. And thanks for everyone who's listening this morning. Go ahead, check-ins, W8WKY.
KF8AHK, Kilo Foxtrot 8 Alpha Hotel Kilo, Dale and Louisville, in and out.
Kilo Echo 8, Echo Golf Hotel, Kevin and Hiram.
Victor, Quebec X-Ray, KE8VQX, Joe and Akron.
I might have doubled with somebody. KE8EGH, Kilo Echo 8, Echo Golf Hotel, Kevin and Hiram.
November 8, Bravo, Alpha, Yankee, N8BAY, Ralph and Stowe, in and out today.
All right, let me pick it up there. We had WA8KOC, Fred, KF8AHK, Dale, who was in and out. We do appreciate that in and out call, by the way, there. Thank you for that. KE8EGH did have you the first time, Kevin. You did double, and I believe you doubled with Joe. And Joe, I missed the last part of your call sign, KE8VQ. You want to give that to me really quick?
Sure, Stephen. It's Kilo Echo 8, Victor, Quebec, X-Ray, X.
I thought that was what it was, but I just didn't hear it, and then I knew, and I didn't want to just write it down inerrantly, because I've done that before, and I've texted it into NetLogger and called up Grandma Moses before or something like that, and then it's not the right person when I'm sitting there calling, but thank you. Not that Grandma Moses was an amateur radio, but wouldn't that have been cool? And then we had NABAY Ralph, and he was in and out. We do appreciate that, Ralph. Thank you so much. We're going to move up to the top of our list, and here's someone that I haven't heard in like a million years, and he's one of our net control operators during the week. As a matter of fact, he is Tuesday, Wednesday. And we love Tuesday, Wednesday, because we all know that Gary is Thursday, Friday, and Dave is Monday. So there you have it, man. So, and then Phil and I are Saturday. But anyways, KW8KOC W8WKY. Fred, you are up, my friend. It's great to have you here today. Good to hear you, or not hear you yet, but in a second we'll hear you.
Well, good morning, Stefan. It's great to hear you as well. It has been a while, probably a couple weeks. And I always enjoy checking in with you or Phil or the NCO to be announced on Saturdays when I can make it. But thanks for taking my check-in. I sincerely appreciate it. Working diligently to figure out my UP phone. I changed from a Google product to the UP phone, and totally unhackable, untraceable, all that kind of good stuff. But and it is Android, but it's not quite the Android that Google was. So it's a learning curve. Currently, I'm borrowing information from Kerry WHCTM's weather station over here in Long Lake around the corner from me. 31.1 degrees, 30.6 for the dew point, 1.3 miles per hour winds out of the east-northeast. Brr. May have a 11.4 mile per hour peak later today. 0.17 inches of precipitation. 30.04 on the barometer, 98% humidity, and I don't know how much I trust the humidities from Kerry's weather station, but it just seems it's 98 or 87 or something. Anyway, sunrise here is 7:51 and sunset 5:05. Gas prices around here, my pal Philip, K8PJW, would probably agree with me that I believe, like him, the conspiracy continues. BP at the corner of Waterloo and Manchester, 285. Arco over on East Avenue, 289. Circle K over on East Avenue, 299. Marathon over on East Avenue, 289. And Akron Food Mart doesn't have a report, and they probably wouldn't like it if they did because they're always the high guy. Stephen, I hope you have a wonderful Saturday, a good rest of the night. It's great hearing all of our friends in here, especially my buddy Joe, KE8BQX. You take good care of yourself. Should I not talk to you, have a safe and enjoyable Happy New Year. And I'm going to be playing New Year's Eve at the Inn at Apple Ridge, which is a retirement community. I'm going in there to tickle the ivories for an hour or an hour and a half. And that should be enjoyable to see some smiling faces that don't often get a lot of attention. So that's my plans for the New Year's. And then going over to some friends, a lady that works with Roseanne in LifeWise Academy, and we're going to spend New Year's Eve with them. Take good care of yourself. Be safe. Thanks for taking my check-in again. We'll wish you and everybody else in here a Happy New Year, if I don't talk to them, and 7-3 to everyone. N8WV for the Barometer Net, WA8KOC. Take care, buddy.
WA8KOC, W8WKY, we do appreciate you, Fred. Thank you so much for checking in with us this morning, and it's always good to hear you. Fred is our Tuesday, Wednesday Barometer Net operator, so if you're out there listening, and good to hear your voice, man, after all the stuff that's happened this year. So very, very cool, and good to hear about your new phone that you're working it out, the bugs. Very cool. And we'll have to get together for lunch in the new year coming up. If you can finagle a day for me, that would be really cool. All right, we had KF8, AHK. Dale was in and out. We do appreciate that. We're going to move over to Hiram in Geauga County. A lot of friends in Geauga County, one of them being Kevin, KE8, EGH, W8WKY. Kevin, you're out, my friends. Great to have you here today.
Well, good morning, everybody. I hope you all had a good Christmas. And, yeah, we did. We had Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. We were pretty busy here at the old homestead. It's kind of nice having Christmas back here, so. But other than that, I'm just sitting here. We got a new puppy dog last Sunday, so it's been a little challenge, this one. They say males are harder to potty train. I think they're right. Our female Chihuahua, she was pretty easy, so this is a little bit different, but he's doing all right. He's getting the hang of it eventually. But, yeah, I go back to work on the 5th, so, which is kind of nice. It's kind of odd having 2 weeks off. I'm used to taking a week off. But then I'll do some other stuff around the house, get caught up on little odds and ends stuff. So, all right. Everybody have a good day. Be safe and stay warm. KE8EGH.
KE8EGH, W8WKY. We do appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here with us, Kevin. And always good to hear you. And the cold weather is coming up, and when we hit the beginning of the new year, it's always good because Kevin knows these friends of mine, the Burnett's. That maple syrup is going to start flowing around the end of February, so we're only a couple of months away from maple syrup time. So I can't wait for that to happen there. So that's going to be pretty cool. All right, we're going to move over to what is it? Oh, KE8VQX. W8WKY. Joe, and just to let you know, N8JKO, I got you on the log, so I'll be calling you in just a little bit. But go ahead, Kevin. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Joe. KE8VQX. Great to have you here this morning.
Hey, WB, this is KE8VQX. Good morning, Stefan and the net. Thanks for the shout-out, Fred, if you're still listening. Good to hear everybody. Not much going on. Having fun listening to the net and everybody's comments. Just went through my emails and saw a club email from you, Stefan, about the POTA video. I have to take a look at that. I've never really activated. I've stood behind people while they activate. Got everything all piled up. I'm ready to do it. I just haven't done it. Done a lot of hunting though, so POTA stuff is pretty interesting to me. Buddy and I may go to Boston Mills and get some runs in today. Looking at the webcams, it's looking pretty rough. But you take what you can get around here. Got to keep playing in the winter to keep your spirits up, I guess. Anyway, that's about all I got. So thanks for getting me in there, Stefan. This is KE8VQX. I give it back to November 8 Whiskey Bravo in net control.
KE8VQX, W8WKY. We do appreciate you, Joe, being here. Thank you so much for that. And yeah, don't feel bad about that. I was on a iPad call with some family friends that were down, that have a vacation home down in Steamboat. And we visited them last year for a 10-day period in Steamboat. And they had because Steamboat is one of the capitals in Colorado for skiing. But they had probably last year on the ground, not on the mountain, near us, probably about 14, I would say 10 to 14 inches. And then on the mountain it was snowing. They said they can't even ski this year in Steamboat. They have no snow, hardly. So they're waiting for it to snow, the good first snow in January, hopefully, or when this is going to be coming. So, yeah, it's happening all over, and the ski people apparently didn't get to take out their skis this year in Steamboat Springs, Colorado. So, nice place to visit. I've been there twice, once in the summer, actually once in the fall and once in the winter. And this last January was the winter time that I was there, so it was really beautiful both times. All right, we had N8BAY, who was in and out. We want to say thank you for that. And then in the AIM window, like I always tell people, if you get NetLogger, you can see people typing messages. And a good friend of mine from Tri-C, N8JKO W8WKY, is checking in, knocking on the door. And here he is. Joe, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here today.
Good morning, Net Control, and good morning, everybody on the net. This is N8JKO. We got 33 degrees here along the North Coast in beautiful Willoughby, Ohio. Also a 84, no, correction, 84. I need to wear my glasses. 84% humidity. And we have 1 inch of green grass out in front, so just counting our blessings. Otherwise, just wrapping up the holiday, sort to speak. Taking care of some odds and ends. Had a wonderful time with the family. Grandkids are growing like all get out. Anyway, going to take care of some odds and ends around the house today, and then prepare for 2026. It's just passing way too fast. So with that, I'll send it back to Net Control with best wishes to everyone. Please take care. God bless. And 7-3. N8JKO back to Net Control.
N8JKO W8WKY. Good to have you here, Joe. It's really good to always have you here. So, and Joe worked at Tri-C with me, and so did John Dollinar, by the way. And apparently, Joe, here's one you'll love in the text window. Well, you probably already saw it if you logged in and you saw the text window, but apparently John fixed the audio on the 700 machine. So that's what the big news was today in the AIM window, or earlier and during the net. So very, very cool. All right, we're going to move over to W8CTM now because we're at the end of the net. We're at 8/17, the month and date that I was born, 8/17. Look at that, perfect time. And then I have to go with my brother today to go and pick up a motorcycle that's been in the shop since August. So finally I'm able to get it. My brother's rented the trailer. We're going to go get it. 1999 Electra. So I'm going to be happy this year riding it when I can. Haven't ridden it yet. And was very blessed by a good friend. The people know that to help me out with that, and that is WE8WIZ. That was his old motorcycle. So, and he had a lot of good years with his late wife on that motorcycle, doing cool things. So the Wiz, if you're listening, buddy, I love you, my friend. And I saw the Wiz last night. We get together every Friday night with his neighbor Ben Slua to do a nice little cigar in his back porch. But then we're trying to get Ben and his two boys into amateur radio as well. And hopefully we can do that, because that would be cool to get three more into the flock, as they say. W8CTM, W8WKY. Carrie, sad times, but you know what? You got to close this out sometime. So you're up, my friend. It'll be great to hear your voice.
Good morning, Stefan, and good morning to all the check-ins and listeners out there on this super Saturday morning. It's not super out there, but it's foggy here, and we got a little dusting of snow last night. And oh well, it's winter time. I wish the 1st of April was coming up instead of the 1st of January, but oh well. We can wish all we want, but it's still winter out there. Anyway, really don't have anything this morning, Stefan. Great net. Really a good job on the net this morning. And I do want to ask everybody out there, I hope everybody has a Happy New Year and had a very Merry Christmas. And I hope their New Year is... they stay healthy and prosperous, and it's just a good New Year's for everybody. That would be nice, and everybody stay healthy and good shape out there. Anyway, that's about all I have this morning, Stefan. We'll just turn it back to N8WB there, and you can wrap it up. Everybody have a great day out there and the rest of the weekend, and I hope everybody has a happy New Year coming up here this week, and we'll get all the holidays behind us, and I don't know if things will go any faster, but if it warms up, it'll go faster. Anyway, 73 all, and back to you there, Stefan, to wrap it up. 73 all, W8CTM, Carrie at Portage Lakes. Over to you, Stefan, to close her down.
W8CTM, W8WKY, also November 8 Whiskey Bravo, my personal call sign. Thank you, Carrie, for always being here and listening the entire time, and then closing us out. It's great to hear your voice, always. So that is very, very cool. All right, we are closing this net out, so I want to say thank you to everyone who participated in today's net. Don't forget breakfast at Bueller's in Wadsworth on Saturday morning at 7 a.m. And also, we had 34 check-ins today. 34 check-ins, not bad. It's a good group of people to check in. All right, last thing I want to say, what I always say is I love amateur radio, I love this club, I love this group, and I love all of you. And you guys make my Saturday when I'm doing the net. And I also do a net on Mondays. First Monday of the month, I do a net for West Park Radio Ops, and that might change to a different day. We'll see what happens in the future, in the near future. Maybe nearer than you think. 2026 is right around the corner, 5 days away, I believe it is. And, yeah, there it is, man. Can you even believe that? We just said Happy New Year for 2025. Man, the years just move. Anyways, long story short, I appreciate every single one of you that checks and listens. And if you're listening, get your license. The next VE session for us is going to be February the 7th. And we are going to make the 7th is at the Rittman Fire Department. And if you can't make the 7th, but you can make the January session, you could look up the NORS VE session, and they will get you in on Saturday the 3rd, as a matter of fact. So the end of this week, NORS has a VE session. So look them up. And before we go, we got a late check-in, and we're going to move over to KE8 TLB for our friend Randy, who checked in with me just a little bit late, but you know what? Got enough room to put him in here real fast. Randy, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here today.
Hey, good morning, everyone, and good morning, Stefan. This is Kilo Echo 8, Tango Lima Bravo, KE8TLB, Randy and Rittman. Yeah, I just got up and wanted to check in. I appreciate you getting me in after you closed the net. But, yeah, it's a happy Saturday to everyone. Just going to hang out and enjoy the day. So, Stefan, I appreciate you getting me in, and I hope you have a great day. And, yeah, that's pretty exciting to get your motorcycle. That's pretty cool, man. So, be careful and be safe, and hope everyone has a great day. Thanks for getting me in, Stefan. This is Kilo Echo 8, Tango Lima Bravo, KE8TLB 73, and God bless everyone.
KE8TLB W8WKY, we do appreciate you being here. Thank you so much, and very cool. You checked in. Let me throw this out there really quick, and I got two people, and then I got to stop it. But I think K8GGG, if you're still there listening, you can take a turn real quick, and then KC2HPI, but then I got to go right after that. So K8GGG, if you're up, go ahead, my friends. Great to have you here.
Hello, this is James, K8GGG from New Franklin. I hopped on late today. Just wanted to come in, say hi. Didn't know anything about this NetLogger program, so I heard you mentioning that. Got it installed. It's pretty neat stuff there, so I'm excited to see a lot more information than what I hear. Otherwise, I'm just going to send it back to you. Thanks for letting me hop on here real quick. And 7-3, everyone.
KGGG W8WKY, we do appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much. You can also plug in the, if you have a QRZ account for XML. Man, I had like an attack there. If you have an XML account for the QRZ HTML stuff or XML stuff, you can plug that information in and see even more information as it pops up. And if you go to their website, you can look up all the previous logs online, so which is really, really cool, with all the glory and stuff that is there. All right, we're going to move over to KC2HPI, and this is our last one because I do got to go. And it's out in New Jersey, and I got friends in Jersey. Actually, N2CYY, and the one I just talked about, that's Lou Janisek, and the one I talked about is Bob Janisek, and Bob lives in Little Egg Harbor, and his call sign is KD8LIV. We got our calls together. I was LIT, he was LIV, and then his brother Lou lives in Ramsey, I believe. But KC2HPI, our last check-in. Go ahead, my friend. You're up if you're still there. All right, I guess not, but we he did check in on the aim window. All right, 73, my friends. Everyone have a great day. Got to go get out to Streetsboro, get my brother, get the trailer, and then get out to Portage Lakes to pick up the motorcycle and take it to the storage. All right, everyone have a great day. 73, and we will see you all down the log. November 8, Whiskey Bravo, clear.
This is KE8MMY K4OG, are you out there?
KE8MMY, K4OG. How do you read me now, Chris? We still got a low audio?
Nope, that's pretty much like normal, just about where you should be. So that's a lot better. It must have been down there pretty low, because I could hear it if I put the speaker right up to my head. But yep, you're coming through just fine. KE8MMY. Thanks for the note on the new money.
Yeah, Roger. Thank you for the signal report. Yeah, this Anytone 168 was set to auto mic gain, and I just changed it to 5. Yeah, I was trying to speak lowly, but right now I got it right up to my mouth and probably speaking louder than I was before, but as long as it's an improvement, that's awesome. Yeah, man, any good tips, we got to spread them around, share them. K4OG, back to KD8MMY.
It is much better, Mark, although you could go up a couple more notches if you want. You're still kind of light.
You have a good rest of your stay down there. I'm sure I'll hear from you before, but very prosperous New Year and safe travel. And if it's anything down there like it is up here, it'd be a good time to go catch a few more winks. So you have a great day. KE8MMY 73.
KD8MMY 73, Chris. Thank you very much. Hey, John. Glad that you came back to me. Let's see. I went into the code plug and changed it to, I guess the max is 5. That's what it's telling me on digital and analog. And that's about all I know to do, but I did have some questions on the other stuff in this code plug. K4OG over to NT8D. No, I get you all mixed up. W8TD.
Okay, Mark. Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, I fired off the flex, and I'm watching you on that. You're reasonable. You can stay right where you are. You could hit it harder, but you don't need to. You're getting... Oh, I don't know. You're not nearly as loud as I am. Let's say that. What are your other questions?
Okay, thanks, John. Roger. My other questions is the artifacts from your code plug-in here. It looks like there's probably some of your nodes plugged in here. You're describing some of them as TAC 3.1, TAC 3.2, TAC 3.3. I was just wondering if I could go ahead and delete those. K4OG.
Okay, the TAC talk groups are intended as a place to go to unclutter the, like if you were all talking on the Ohio talk group and you wanted to get away from that to free it up for everyone else to use. The TAC groups is a typical place to go. So they're not used much. If you took them away, you wouldn't miss them unless somebody asked you to move over to a TAC group and you didn't have it. W8WKY.
Quick morning, KCFQV.
Okay, thanks, John. I will leave well enough alone till I understand more about it. Good morning, Mark, KCFQV.
just seen that. Look, I don't know who ran net today, Stefan or Phil, or a new person, KCFQV. I had good sleep.
I get it, John. The net was run by our fantastic magician, Stefan.
Hi, Mark.
All right. Did we
Mark.
make 42
I don't have a 168 up here where I'm sitting, so I can't.
for everything?
I can't tell you, but it's worth looking at the front of the radio and finding the microphone hole and directing your audio toward that. Sometimes it's near the top of the radio, sometimes it's near the bottom of the radio. And if you're talking into the wrong end, that'll give you light audio.
Okay, Roger. The light's dim here in the living room currently. I can't see where my hole is, but I'm talking out the top. I'm talking into the top hole now. K402.
KCFQV in the group WTD. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, did they, how many people were in this morning? Yeah, I was, actually, I was up. I did a net in the middle of the night, but at 2, there's a net out in California, and I must have been tired yesterday. I just had the covers. I was under the covers. Like Jim says, his head was under the covers, and they were actually under it. So, well, you know, you have a radio, a new one, or whatever. The book should say where the microphone is at on the illustration, KCFQV.
Well, we're men. We don't read books. I'll mention that there are 2 different mic gain settings in the radio. One is for analog mic, and one is for digital mic. So if you've adjusted the digital mic, that didn't do anything here.
Roger. Yeah, I adjusted both of them from auto to 5, which is, I guess, the max, and did it on the code plug. I couldn't find it in the on-screen menu, and it looks like maybe the speaker's right in front of the radio. Yeah, we're men, or I'm trying to be men, so we don't look at the book yet. Thank you, Mark. K4OG.
As you're listening, you probably hear that me and Mark FQV are similar in loudness, because on the screen here we're similar in big deviation and average power. But if you were going back and forth between the 2 of you, like I am when I listen to the 2 of you, it's substantially different. Go ahead, FQV.
All right. What kind of radio is the Anytone? What radio do you have? Mark, KC8FQV.
All right. We're currently on the Anytone 168 HT. And, yeah, that's a bummer. I know about the the different volumes and having to turn it up and down. So I'll have to work on that some more and try to get it as even as you guys.
I don't remember if I've ever watched the audio coming out of a 168, so I can't tell you what mine's like. It's really weird in this era. There was a time when if I acquired a radio, the first place it would go is on the bench, and I'd throw it on the analyzer, and I would know everything there was to know about it. But I don't do that anymore. Now I rely on the Flex, which gives me a lot of the same information, just not with the precision. But yeah, I think the 168 should sound fine. But you could definitely, you're fine now. You're communicating. It was whatever you were doing before is no longer a problem. I don't want to get too nitpicky. But if you could give us more, we could use it. KCFQV in the group W8TD.
Yeah, that's the logo. But everything else is going good.
No, I have nothing to hang on. Let me just hang on.
But, yeah, so I don't know what we're going to do today. But this is one thing. Started my day. I was sick on Tuesday. But that's taken care of. So is that Enderton? Is that the one that was 140? Was that the one that was, what one was 140 at DX? And I never did get one. But KCFQV.
All right. Yeah, I just looked, I don't know why, but on DX, the 168 is now at 135. And WATD, I think I'm going to tweak this thing while I got my code plug open. We're going to put the Owensboro location in, and I'm going to put my Arrow antenna together, and we'll see if we can catch a satellite, or if they, if they line up down here. I noticed up in Ohio, the satellites I had up there weren't comparing to the same satellite status or orbit up there, and anyway, I'm still scratching my head to get everything in line, because I don't think this radio is knowing where the satellites are. And of course, I had my time and GPS location. It all looked good, but we're going to give it another shot, because I need to put my location in down here for the second location, if all that makes any sense. So, yeah, we'll just tweak this thing some more, and thank you for the help, John. We really appreciate it. And I guess this will be my final, and we'll say 73s to FQV out there, and WATD. Thank you, sirs. K4OG.
W8WKY.
I'm glad you guys are here, because I will at least know that the repeater was broke.
Mark's transmitter might have locked up there. Had never let go. 73 Southern Mark, K4OG, W8TD.
Well, K4OG is Middle Bark. Hi, John, W8TD, AP8ML Mobile.
Whoops, yeah, I figure right now he's Southern Mark. But that's... Yeah, there's too many Johns and too many Marks in this little group. And it can be kind of confusing. And FQV Mark, his transmitter didn't let go right away for unknown reasons, but is gone now. Go ahead, AB8MO and the gang, W8TD.
Oh, good morning, Mark. Mark is in there too, I guess. This is AB8MO. Only got a couple minutes here. I'm on my way to Chardon here to meet a guy for coffee. So I'm just cruising around mobile in here. Thought I'd say hello. Guess the repeater's still connected here from the net this morning. So I know sometimes it doesn't always get connected on Saturday, but I guess it got connected this morning. And yeah, Mark K4OG, if you're in Kentucky, I guess you would be Southern Mark. Let's see here. I don't know who's left in here. Let's see. I think Mark, now Southern Mark, I think he left, so we'll pass it over to Mark there if you're still there. KC8FQV in the group. This is AB8ML.
All right, yeah, Mark was going to go Middle Mark, but MS, I guess, Middle South Mark. Yeah, it'd be my initials, MS. But he could be MS, Middle, now he's South. But, yeah, it dropped for some reason or something happened because I looked and there was a green light when I went to send it back and release the red button. Did not want to release. So, for some reason it dropped. I don't know why. But morning, Andy, KCFQV.
Well, a good deal on heading out for coffee. I normally wouldn't be here right now. Typically on Saturdays I like to go over to the local breakfast meeting, some of the local hams, but I got up too late today. Yeah, that's that's really early. You have to be there by 7. I can make the net by 7 because I don't have to physically be put together and ready to leave the house, but to get out of the house in time to get to the restaurant before 7, then that can be more challenging. So I will not get that activity in this morning, but it sounds like you will. So good on you, AB8MO, W8TD.
This is AB8MO Mobile within the municipality of Chardon, Ohio. Or Google would say Chardon. I don't know where they got Chardon from, but nobody says Chardon. Everybody says Chardon. A soft CH is like an F, so, oh well. Snowed a little bit up here. Just enough to dust the ground, but I guess it's going to, I don't know if today's supposed to be a warmer day or not, but I hear tomorrow or next week it's supposed to go down in the freezer again, so we'll be welcoming back winter next week. So, yeah, I'm going to a place my mom told me about it. I've never been to it, but it's called Buckeye Chocolate Cafe, so told I got good coffee, so that's where this guy arranged to meet me. He lives up at Kirtland. I live down in Newberry, so Sugar Chardon was a good halfway point. Had a red light for nobody, which is
part of the reason why I don't like driving up the Chardon. There's so many traffic lights. So, anyway, good morning, guys. I'm gonna say 73 because I am almost to where I gotta be. It's only 2 turns and I'm there. So, Mark, Northern Mark, to be specific, over to you. Hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas. 7-3, KC8FQV to take it. And have a good one there, John. This is AB8MO Mobile.
All right, Andy, you finish up the drive good, and that will work good. And John, what, you go over to Bueller's, or you go to another place Saturday mornings? KCFQV, yeah, that I keep threatening to get up to go over there, the Bueller's, and that, but have not ever done it yet. Okay, KCFQV.
Yes, Mark. It's the gathering at Bueller's. It's a little different gang. It's some of the a lot of the guys that hang out on the Worcester machine show up there. So it's a chance to see some different people, and I enjoy it. The service is amazingly slow, so you need to dedicate some. They're probably just about now finishing. And they started at 7. So you have to have some free time available, because you won't be getting out of there early. But the food's good, and the prices are rational, and the company is excellent. So I try to make it whenever I can. And you would, of course, enjoy it. So I recommend it. 73 to, AB8MO. I'm sorry, I lost the name already because I do that. And I guess I need to get downstairs and start my day. I've got I have work to do, some paperwork that I haven't got around to doing yet. So I will be in the office performing tasks today. Then in the afternoon, I'm going to swing over and pick up some stuff that I picked up out of AMX's estate that I never got around to picking up yet. I'm sure the fellow who's volunteered his time and effort to help with the estate will be appreciative that I finally showed up and get that stuff out of his way. And those are the 2 things on my list that I want to achieve today. KC8FQV W8TD.
All right, KCFQV, Andy. Yeah, I'm sure you had the radio on the whole time, because you just do a couple of turns and that. And yeah, Bueller, I'll sometime get there. That was like me going out when I was going to go to the Worcester meeting, and then I didn't get to it. But when I was going out the 6th of December to the holiday party for the Coaster Club down in Cincinnati, I was driving out 71. I said, wow. Well, I know where Lodi's at, because that's where it had me go to Lodi and get off at 83 and go down in the Worcester, in the Worcester. I said, wow, that's a long ways out. I know where the Worcester exit, the exit to go to Worcester and that. And I said, wow, that's a ways out. I mean, I knew where it was. So, but yeah, there'll be a day I'll get out there. The Worcester will be a day I'll get the Bueller's. So I'll let you go down there and do your paperwork or whatever. I guess it just play. I don't think, because you don't work. Well, you have that side gig. I guess a side gig that you do on the ships. So, well, see you down the line somewhere. You have the board and breaker net at 1 o'clock today. KCFQV.
Okay, Mark. Well, Yeah, the travel is a side gig, but I never retired. I still keep office hours, sort of. I guess I'm still a part-time attorney, and actually have work that I need to do for that, which is this time of year unusual. Even when I was real active, December was usually pretty dead. But not quite dead this month for whatever reason. Yeah, Worcester's nearly an hour for me. I used to have to go to court there a lot more frequently than I do. In fact, I made a run Tuesday, and it took longer than that because there was an accident. Somebody knocked down a power pole on 585, and they had the road closed for quite a while they replaced the pole. And out there in the country, when you detour, you really detour. The roads aren't all that close together. 73, have a good day. If I'm at my desk, which I probably will be, I will be listening to the Boredom Breaker. I don't usually check into that one because I don't know the people, but I do tend to listen. KCFTV and whoever's listening. Whiskey Tango Delta. I'll be out.